had been seriously lacking in both for a while. She felt like a wet rag wrung dry too many times, damp and crumpled and pathetic. So she'd taken Liz's advice and started looking into vacation spots. But all the places in Bermuda or the Bahamas were massively expensive. She had some savings and a modest inheritance from her father, but she didn't feel like blowing it all on one extravagant summer vacation. Then a listing had caught her eye. Cozy cottage nestled in the heart of Ireland's picturesque Inishmore, the ad had read. A quick Google search told her that was the largest of the 3 Aran Islands off Ireland's western coast. Rent-free and small stipend if willing to do some menial housework and look after elderly neighbor. Must stay from 1 June to 31 August. Cordelia had jumped to book it. As the plane came to a jolting stop, Cordelia's mind began to spin fantasies of learning life lessons she never would have if she'd stayed in New York. This elderly neighbor appeared in her mind as a wizened sage taking Cord under her wing, encouraging her the way her father used to, the way her mother never seemed to be able to do. Spending days roaming the green hills of Ireland with her camera. She'd never been to Ireland before, but wasn't everything green there? Reconnecting with herself as an artist, taking stunning shots of craggy vistas that would have the photography world melting at her feet. And in the evenings, she'd sit by the fireplace with the old woman and soak up quaint Irish words of wisdom. She'd come back changed, happier, and more at peace with the world. This is going to be great, she told herself as she unfastened her seatbelt. She reached under the seat in front of her for her striped canvas tote bag that contained the 2 most precious things in her possession. The first was her phone, the lifeline to her friends and family. She turned it off airplane mode and waited for her international plan to connect so she could text Liz and her brother. The second was her Fujifilm X100V. It was small, perfect for street photography, and well-suited to travel. But more importantly, it was the last gift her father had given her 1 month before he died. Have you ever thought about maybe, taking a break from photography altogether? Her brother Toby had asked hesitantly when she told him about the trip. As if that were possible. Going without her camera would be like leaving her leg behind. It was a part of her. Besides, Ireland was going to rejuvenate her love for her craft. The thought put a spring in Cordelia's step as she made her way to the baggage claim. Her phone finally pinged. "Hello, have you landed yet?" She grinned at Liz's enthusiastic greeting. "Just got off the plane. Getting my bag now." $10 says it's raining, Liz wrote back. Cordelia laughed. Liz had insisted it would be raining the whole time she was there. Even though she was the one who'd come up with the idea for Cordelia to take a vacation, Liz couldn't fully hide her disappointment that Cordelia would be missing their summer trips to Jones Beach, tanning in Central Park, as if Cordelia was capable of getting a tan, outdoor concerts at Summer Stage, and watching the sunset from her rooftop. In turn, Cordelia had reminded Liz of all the crap parts about being in the city for the summer: the oppressive humidity, the smell of rotting garbage, the unexpected drips from air conditioners. "Nope," she wrote back with a winky face. "But it's cloudy." While she waited for her suitcase, Cordelia messaged Toby to let him know she'd landed, then reviewed her travel itinerary. Getting to the Aran Islands wasn't easy. She had to take a taxi to Dublin, then a train all the way across the country to Galway, and then a bus to Rossaville, where she would catch the ferry to Inishmore. It was a lot to do in one day, and now that she was off the plane, the jitters were coming back. Not because of the trip ahead. She had plenty of time to catch the train. Cordelia liked to be fastidiously early, another trait she'd inherited from her father. No, these were nerves of hope and possibility, of the certainty that this summer, things were going to change. By the time she arrived at Houston Station, Cordelia's stomach was growling. She paid the cabbie and thanked him, then bought a sandwich and a coffee from the